And in our top business story, code-share partners Etihad Airways and Air New Zealand have extended their agreement to provide reciprocal line maintenance services in Melbourne and Los Angeles. According to a press statement, Etihad Airways will soon perform all scheduled and non-scheduled line maintenance on Air New Zealand's aircraft in Melbourne at its Tullamarine engineering facility. In return, Air New Zealand is already performing full line maintenance for Etihad Airways in Los Angeles. The maintenance services to be performed in Melbourne and Los Angeles may include transit, daily and weekly checks, scheduled engineering services and fault repairs for the aircraft systems and passenger cabins. Etihad Airways started a daily non-stop service between Abu Dhabi and Los Angeles on June 1, 2014, using a 3-class Airbus A340-500 aircraft. From mid-July, a Boeing 777-200LR will operate the route. Air New Zealand has operations from Los Angeles to Auckland, London Heathrow and Rarotonga. In addition to Melbourne and Sydney, Etihad Airways' existing line maintenance facilities are in Chicago, Dublin, Mumbai, Lahore, London Heathrow, Manchester and Singapore. The Real Estate Regulatory Agency, the Regulatory Authority of Dubai Land Department, have announced that property brokers in the Emirate must now pass an annual test to renew their licenses. The new ruling states that every broker must pass the test of the Dubai Real Estate Institution, which is in the educational arm of the department, in order to renew their real estate brokerage license. The new requirement was sent by RERA to all brokerage agencies and offices in Dubai in the form of an official notice, according to a RERA statement. The letter said that RERA will not accept any request for the renewal of the real estate brokerage license unless the request is accompanied with the results of the test, which will come with a fee of 700 dirhams, with the Land Department adding that the new rule aims to ensure that Dubai's real estate brokers are fully equipped and prepared to serve clients in the real estate sector. The Real Estate Licensing Department of RERA requires brokers to register and apply for the necessary test 1 month before the brokerage licenses expire. Brokers who do not comply with the time limit for registering for the test will be subject to taking a course as a prerequisite for the renewal of their licenses, with the fee for the course set at 2,500 dirhams. The Abu Dhabi Fund for Development has signed a loan agreement with the government of Sierra Leone by which the fund will provide more than 33 million dirhams in financing to the Solar Park Freetown project. According to Emirates News agency WAM, the loan will establish a solar power plant in the city of Freetown, which will generate 6 megawatts of clean, renewable electricity. The agreement was signed by Mohammed Saif Al-Suwaidi, the Director General of ADFD, and Dr. Kaifala Mara, Minister of Finance and Economic Planning in Sierra Leone, with the project set to encourage a partnership between the public and private sectors in the renewable energy field, providing job opportunities in construction, operations and maintenance works. Previous relations between ADFD and Republic of Sierra Leone include a 20 million dirham loan to finance the Toke Lumley Road project in 2012. The major infrastructure project was designed to support economic and social development in the peninsula of Freetown by linking it with the capital and other areas of the country. The US dollar index closed the month 0.5% lower as a host of the key US releases, along with geopolitical developments, dictated market sentiment through June. The US dollar index, an index tracking the value of the greenback against a basket of currencies, including the euro, yen and the pound, touched a 3-month high at 81.00, but paired any gains to close marginally above 80.00 as developments from the Fed and the US economic docket kept investors cautious on the near-term outlook of the US economy. To find out more about this and the week ahead, we earlier spoke to Gaurav Kashyap, the head of futures at Al Pari Middle East.
Well, we've seen the US dollar close the month of June on a mixed note, and we can expect more of a mixed to range-bound trading in the week ahead. Remember, we have a shortened trading week this week as a result of the US Independence Day. Therefore, the all-important US non-farm payrolls report will be releasing on Thursday. Now, this number is expected to come in at 217,000 new jobs during the month of June. We're expecting the figure to come in that range, definitely above 200,000. But more importantly, what we will be watching for this report is the overall labor participation rate. Now remember, we've seen the overall unemployment rate in the US dipping, but this is as a result of a shrinking labor force in the US. So we would need to see the labor force participation rate holding like it did last month to continue seeing some good news. Also, what we will be watching for in the US non-farm payroll report is the revisions, if any, to May's report. Now, we did see upward revisions in March and April, which show that the US recovery in the jobs market is true and it's holding, and we need to see those gains of at least 30 to 40,000 upward revisions in May's report to continue getting the good news. Remember, we saw a terrible US GDP reading in June, at the end of June. It showed that US GDP during Q1 shrank to minus 2.9% on the back of a very, very poor consumer spending number. So remember, this US non-farm payroll report on Thursday is going to be very, very important to bring back that confidence, particularly with regards to how the US is recovering. Overall, we also did see the Australian dollar continue making some nice gains. We've seen the Chinese yuan also close June on a very, very positive note. We can expect the gains to continue in the Australian dollar as sentiment continues to improve coming out of China. The Indian rupee has found a bit of weakness as a result of a stronger energy price. Now remember, India imports about 80% of its oil, so increasing oil prices will go ahead and widen that trade deficit. And as a result, that is going to weaken the Indian rupee as the demand for dollars increases. So overall, we expect the price of the Indian rupee to also remain suppressed in the week ahead. But overall, trading should remain mixed, and we await to see how the non-farm payroll comes out.